Good night, Liam and Elsa. Grandma here. How are you? Teddy is going to bed and I'm going to read him a story so you can listen too. Would you like to listen? Good. This book is called One Kiss, One Hug. And it's all about some bears. Look at where they live. Isn't it beautiful? And there's a beautiful sunset and mountains. And they all lived happily ever after, whispered Daddy Bear. He kissed and hugged Ben and Ursula good night. Ursula went to sleep straight away. There they are, look, it's Daddy Bear. Night, night, snuggle down, said Daddy Bear, and he went downstairs. But Ben didn't snuggle down. He couldn't get to sleep. He turned this way and he turned that way. He even tried closing his eyes and counting salmon. But that only made him hungry. Bears like salmon, don't they? A short while later, Mummy and Daddy Bear were just about to have supper when they heard Ben calling. Mummy, you haven't come to say good night. Mummy Bear put down her plate and raced upstairs. Can I have one kiss and one hug? Asked Ben. Mummy Bear gave him a kiss and a hug, tucked him into bed and went downstairs. That's a nice big hug. After supper, Mummy and Daddy Bear were washing the dishes when they heard Ben call, I can't sleep. Mummy Bear sighed. Your turn, she said, and Daddy Bear marched up the stairs. Shh, said Daddy Bear. But I can't sleep, called Ben. Can I have one more kiss and one more hug? Just one more kiss and one more hug. And then you really must try to get to sleep, said Daddy Bear. He gave Ben a kiss and a hug, and he went back downstairs. Ice cream? Asked Mummy Bear. Now that is a good idea, said Daddy Bear. Mummy and Daddy Bear snuggled together in front of the fire. Honey and vanilla ice cream, my favourite, said Mummy Bear. Do you like ice cream? What's your favourite? Grandad Mike likes vanilla with lovely chocolate sauce that your mummy puts over it. Meanwhile, Ben still couldn't get to sleep. He flipped his pillow over to see if it was more comfortable and flipped it back. He pushed the cover off. Then he felt hot and pulled it on again when he got cold. Nothing was working. There was only one thing left to do. What do you think it was? One kiss, one hug. Oh no, this is too much, said Mummy Bear. Up the stairs she went while Daddy Bear helped himself to more than his fair share of ice cream. Naughty Daddy. Just one more kiss and one more hug, said Ben. Now, Ben, that's enough. It's time you were asleep. Mummy Bear gave him a kiss and a hug and went back downstairs. See, he's in his bed. He's got a blue cover and Ursula has a pink cover. All had been quiet for some time now. Are you listening, Bear? Are you asleep yet? Said Daddy Bear. So Daddy Bear sat down and opened up his book. Just at that moment, bellowing down the stairs, Ben shouted, One kiss, one hug! I don't believe it, said Daddy Bear. He dropped his book and stomped upstairs grumbling. He'll wake his sister up with all this noise. But Daddy's stomping disturbed Ursula. Shh, Daddy, said Ben. You'll wake up Ursula. Daddy Bear's eyes bulged and his chest puffed out a little. One kiss, one hug, whispered Ben. The last one, said Daddy Bear very slowly and very quietly. And then he went back downstairs. See, Daddy Bear is getting very frustrated and angry because he's tired. Ben pulled the blanket up over his head and closed his eyes tightly, determined to get to sleep. Ursula stirred a little more and then woke up. She looked for Ben but couldn't see him. Why could she not see him? You're right, because he had pulled the blanket over his head. See? And she started to cry. Mummy and Daddy Bear looked at each other in disbelief. Now Ursula was awake too. The two very weary and worn-out bears trudged up the stairs. There. But by the time they reached the little bear's room, both Ursula and Ben were fast asleep. Ben had snuggled up to his little sister and given her, you guessed it, one kiss and one hug. There. You see them? They're fast asleep. Mummy and Daddy Bear are so happy, but now it's nearly time for them to go to bed. There's the mountain. Do you remember that song? The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. Night, night. You were a great listener, little bear. You snuggle down and go to sleep. One kiss and one hug. Night, night, Elsa. Night, night, Liam.